Ironmouse can't catch a break. Yep, she cannot catch a break. Puritans condemn Ironmouse for demonic performance, and it backfires horribly. I haven't even seen this. So, yeah, let's watch this video.
Here. So today we're going to be looking at more examples of virtue signaling over the type of content people consume, and this time we're going to be focusing on VTubers as well as gaming. Now in a twist today, the outrage is...
That's me, I'm a VTuber, and I do game sometimes.
...is coming from hyper-Puritans who are basically saying these things have morally objectionable...
Also, can I just say I love her new model? Ironmouse's new model is so pretty.
...themes that need to be censored and banned as a result of their own personal beliefs. And oddly enough, this is going to begin with Ironmouse, who is one of the most successful VTubers in the world, who also unfortunately has a very large base of haters who attack her anytime she achieves something like a new milestone or achieves an award or something like that. And over the past couple of months, the most recent thing has been her vying for the top position of most sub-2 Twitch streamer of all time with KoAlan.
Did that hate die down now that KoAlan and Ironmouse did that collab? Did it go more quiet? Personally, I have seen less of it, but I don't know if it's just because it's not that big of a topic right now, or if they have just quieted down. Sadly, no. No, it didn't. Man.
She broke his record a few months ago, and then he reclaimed it pretty recently, but all throughout that, some of Kai's quote-unquote fans have been attacking Ironmouse for basically messing with their favorite streamers.
Right, messing with them. Right. Kai also messed Mouse haters from his chat. Good!
Record, and they're doing it in his name, which is very odd because Ironmouse and Kai get along. They've been nothing but cordial to one another and even did a collab stream recently. But there's another round of nonsense going on involving Ironmouse, and it's even more unhinged than any other time we've seen. And this is a result of the Streamer Awards where she won Best VTuber.
Why would she get... What?
Which is not surprising at all. But as a part of that whole ceremony, she actually did...
Okay, is it not because she won, but because of the ceremony?
A performance, which many people...
By the way, I showed you guys this the other day, and it is actually really fucking good. I love this performance.
People thought looked
and the song is
really good. And it was also...
And the big spiny demons... Sick. I guess that's why people are hating on it, like the Puritans, as he says.
Cool to see a VTuber performance at a quote-unquote normie event like a Streamer Award, okay? But some people were very offended by this, including this user who made
Bro, this was the sickest part of it. What do you mean?
Tweet of the year here with a clip of that performance saying, fans raise concerns after...
What fans?
Ironmouse's Streamy Awards performance featured devil horn
Streamy Awards, by the way.
Figures, both on stage and in the crowd. Ooh, shiver me timbers, I'm very spooked.
No, not the devil, he's gonna come for his all! No! My poor Christian eyes! Please! Make them stop!
What's going on here? But when they say fans, of course,
they know that she literally is the devil. Don't they know?
We're not talking about a single Ironmouse fan. They're just saying that to create...
Also got a lofty steak ad there.
Create some outrage in their post. But the responses to this, the moral condemnation of Ironmouse and her model here, would be shared by the usual suspects in the replies saying, this sad AF, for real.
For real?
This person saying people should raise concerns that anyone watching this person has issues.
Hey chat, you watch Ironmouse? Type 7 if you watch Ironmouse. No, type 666 if you watch Ironmouse. 69, okay man. 666 on YouTube mostly, yep. Yeah, you all got issues.
This person saying, are you shocked a guy who pretends to be an anime girl loves Satan?
Yeah, every single one. every single VTuber is a guy that pretends to be an anime girl. I mean, you guys heard me take my voice changer off. you guys heard me take the voice changer off, man. So yeah, I clearly am a guy too, man.
Referring to Ironmouse, of course. And then this is one of the weirdest interactions I've ever seen in the replies here. This person saying, I'll never understand the obsession of VTubers, but whatever makes you happy, I guess. Okay, the guy.
This is fair, you know? This is a completely fucking fair take. Like, I don't understand this, but, you know, if you like it, you do you.
Guy's doing great. That's really all people ask for when it comes to VTubers or any hobby. But then this person says, it's for anime pedophiles. No healthy person watches this stuff. And then the original poster...
Yeah, none of you are healthy. All of us are sick fucks. We are all sick in the head. Very, very sick in the head. We need to be locked up. This is sarcasm, YouTube. Don't not demonetize me.
Who was very reasonable here, then agrees with that, saying, I guess you are right. I mean, I've been watching anime for 15 years, but I guess I grew up in the golden era. Bleach, Naruto, DBZ. Now I watch an anime and I can't even believe my eyes, so maybe you're right. So basically, he said, I see your point about anime being for predators. And I consumed it for 15 years, but it was only in the golden age, which is insane. And
especially the original Bleach is kinda, you know. What do you think of the original Bleach?
Oh, I hurt myself watching in-game.
And we skipped the fillers. We still like Bleach, but yeah.
Insane thing to say.
Reduce it to a quarter of the episode.
Yeah.
15 years, but it was only in the golden age, which is insane. And
do not say anything about Bleach. Bro, I do like Bleach. But you have to admit that the age shows.
Insane thing to say. But then that other person responds saying it's always been satanic and for pedos.
I never got this. Like, I've heard this growing up. I heard this so often growing up, right? That anime is satanic. Like, where is that shit coming from, man? How? Probably from parents who think music and video games are for the devil. Yeah. And music is the devil whispering in your ears. Yeah.
Movies and TV shows in general make you detached.
Oh my god, that just reminded me of one thing, man. So let me go 5 seconds back before I continue. So, growing up, one of the worst takes I ever heard my family have, like I don't know if it was my stepfather or my mother, who are both, like, Muslims, right? That if you fall asleep while listening to music, like with earphones in your ears, you have devils and like jinns whispering in your ears. Like, what? What is that? What? Anything that isn't morally acceptable to the religion is a crime. Fair enough. Wait, don't the Vatican have anime girl now? Yeah, they actually do. They actually do now. Luce-chan.
Satanic and for pedos. Movies and TV shows in general make you detached from reality. So
if movies and TV shows make you detached from reality, I think that says more about you than about anyone else. My brother in Christ, I think you need a little bit of help.
Sure, according to this guy, anything beyond playing with sticks and watching paint dry is demonic and dangerous. And obviously this is a lot of virtue signaling and projection, I'm sure, but it wasn't all people attacking Ironmouse. We also had a lot of people trashing the original poster and what they were trying to do, and you'll find all of those sort of comments.
Of course. Oh my god, that's the most pussy-ass shit too. Plus, if you really don't want people to see your reply, don't hide it. Because people can just click on hidden replies. They have easy access to it that way. Let it drown.
In the hidden replies, because the original poster was very triggered by them and decided to hide them. But if you go into the hidden replies, they're getting ratioed by replies like this, saying devil horn figures, my brother in effing Christ. It's an anime VTuber model. And you can see this sort of demonic...
It was very demonic. Upside down crosses and everything, very sad.
A theme throughout all of the posts. This person saying it was very demonic, upside down crosses and everything. Very sad. And the original poster says, especially the first person that performs. Now, they're talking about things being demonic and obviously like immoral, what have you. Do you remember anything interesting about this post? Do you notice anything that's like out of place?
Steak ad. Guess what that means? Promoting gambling. Guess what that is? It's a sin. Wow! Gambling is a sin.
Well, it's this right here. Right down here. Stake. In case you don't know what Stake is, they slapped that logo on there, and Stake is a gambling platform. Yes, this person is virtue signaling about a VTuber model being demonic and immoral, while they are promoting...
Not technically a sin? I'm pretty sure it's a sin. Okay. The Bible does want us, however, to stay away from the love of money and that shit. Addiction as well. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, gambling is a sin. Yes. Technically, no. Not named by word, but yeah. You know?
Gambling to thousands of people on their account. Talk about hypocritical. And if you don't know Stake, it's literally in this person's profile. They're virtue signaling about demonic...
At stake. Oh my god. If VTubing is demonic, does that make Kitsu a succubus and Exion an incubus? Mods. And prank that man.
Things. And then they have a gambling platform in their bio. And if you click on it, you can see world's leading betting platform, Drake approved. Wow, what a stamp of approval.
It's Drake approved. Good job. Good job, Steak. Good job. You did it. Applause. Drake approved of you. Totally didn't buy him off. First of all. Second of all, who cares?
Approval. That is very, very important to know that Drake approves of your betting platform. But anyways, back to this whole tweet here. You can see it's just very, very bizarre. And we got a very funny ending here where they got not one, but two community notes. A double shot of notes.
Ooh, they got double noted. Double noted? Double noted?
That is pretty rare to see. Where the first one says, this post contains advertising for Stake, an online gambling platform. X's advertising policies prohibit the promotion of gambling. And honestly, I don't feel sorry for any person who gets hit with the note like this for promoting Stake, because you will only find Stake on the most obnoxious videos. It's not people creating their own content and then slapping the logo.
They're just like promoting someone else's video in the end.
They're just taking other people's clips and then regurgitating them for the purpose of slop content and farming ad revenue on Twitter. And when you get hit with a note, you no longer make ad revenue on your post.
Yep. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
That is good to see on Stake posts.
Also, this is why I think Twitter still is going to be better than Blue Sky overall, because community notes are just honestly one of the best, if not the best, social media platform features that was ever there.
Because anytime you see it, it's typically someone just trying to farm engagement bait. And also, the second note here says, Ironmouse is a demon queen, with her devil horns being a prominent design motif in her models, which, right? We all knew that. But anyways, we would see Ironmouse actually reply and acknowledge this tweet. So imagine making this slop tweet and then Ironmouse, one of the biggest streamers in the world, clowns on you on stream.
The Stake clips. Did you guys see that one Stake clip where they were like,
Girl, this model is so pretty.
People are outraged that she's promoting demonic iconography and blah blah, like that demon post, and I'm just like, bitch, I'm literally Satan.
There it is.
You heard it here, folks. But anyways, we're going to switch to a different topic now. It is different, but also related to what we've been...
Oh my god, this thing. I was seeing this clip going around. I was talking about this, and then I lost all the fucking clips of it, and I didn't know what it was called anymore. And that was too much of a headache to, like, even talk about this. But here we go.
Talking about today so far. And that is people morally
By the way, the thing censored is here, butt.
virtue signaling about fan service.
Exposed butt in, like, a bikini suit thingy. A bodysuit, that's the one.
In video games. And this post and several like it would generate a very large debate about fan service in games. Of course, I have to censor the girl in the shop because she was wearing a bikini and kind of shaking side to side. And this is YouTube. And if I show 1 pixel of that sort of stuff, I'm going to get nuked into orbit. But anyways, this generated a conversation and a lot of infighting amongst people who generally consider themselves anti-woke or anti-censorship. And I
don't know. I have no
dislike
idea.
infighting, and in this situation, I don't want to make it any worse. So when I talk about this, I'm going to just talk generally instead of going after specific posts. I just want to generally talk about some of the things I saw. And generally, I saw a lot of people who, again,
this is the first descendant, actually?
normally label themselves as anti-woke and anti-censorship, allow their moral objection of this fan service to extend beyond what they find personally acceptable, to the point where they say onto others, this should be banned and censored, and nobody should have the right to consume this stuff. And that...
Bro, just let people play what they want to play, man. Like, oh my god. Is it Guna bait? Yes. Yes, it is. Do people want the Guna bait? Some people do, yes. Does it harm anyone? No. No, it doesn't.
That goes too far. I mean, right off of the bat, there's a lot of hypocrisy. I'm seeing the same people who played Stellar Blade and criticized the censorship of Eve's outfits now condemning this and saying this goes too far. It needs to be removed. I saw people who played Grand Theft Auto who criticized Rockstar for removing offensive jokes from that game say this went too far and needs to be removed. And to address the first point that's very important, you are absolutely allowed to have a set of personal morals that drive what you support and what you don't support. In fact, I think having a strong set of that is very, very important as a person. However, instead of just not playing the game that has these things these people don't like, they allow that personal distaste for fan service like this to go beyond what they personally support or don't support. Now,
I'm entirely for the censorship of this material. It does harm people. How does it harm people?
They want to control and limit the opportunities other people have when it comes to the type of content they can consume when it comes to video games. And that goes too far. I mean, how is that any different than what woke people do? You know, they find something that they find personally offensive or problematic, and they use that as a justification to ban and censor these things for everyone else. It's basically the flip side of the same coin at this point. And whatever happened to, like, let the market decide, right?
Nah, we gotta control the market. And we know what gamers want. They want DEI, obviously.
Some people laugh at that and they say that's not an effective tool, but I think it is, and I think 2024 has really proven that. Games...
The market wants booba and ass. The market wants a good game. The market wants good gameplay. And a good story, optional. The gameplay usually is the most important part, depending on the type of game it is. It wants a good game. How is a good game defined? Everyone defines a good game for themselves. It doesn't need big boobs. If it has big boobs... Okay, let me put it this way. A big boobs cannot make a shit game a good game. But big boobs can make a good game a better game. You know what I mean? It's like the cherry on top. But the cherry on top of an shit pile ain't gonna do anything. That's my opinion on that. I mean, to Nier Automata is an amazing story. 2B's ass is just the cherry on top.
With undesirable themes like a woke agenda, for example, have failed very badly because gamers have spoken with their wallet this year. Games like Veilguard and all these other woke titles, they didn't fail because of calls for censorship. No one was trying to censor Dragon Age the Veilguard. Nobody was trying to ban Concord. Instead, YouTubers and social media users, they came out and said, hey, you see that new title out there, gamer? Before you buy that, let me just tell you a few things about the game, the agenda it's pushing, the quality of the game, the development team who made it, and some of the things that their employees have said on social media that might be disparaging towards people like you. What do you say, gamer? Do you want to support this?
Bye. So, what were you saying, 15th Watcher? I'm entirely for the censorship of this material. Corn addiction is a sad issue and is just as addictive as some drugs. Serious? I mean,
Compare it to gambling. Very similar.
that's like two separate issues, though. Like, you can't. Like, this is a human issue in the end. This is not the fault of the video game. And again, I come back to the point of one leads to another. If a person loses self-control because of boobs and video games, it's a personal issue and not an issue of the game. We gamer just want a game that is full and don't get chopped up by DLC. Yes. Yeah. That is true. We do want a fucking finished game, man. Either way, back to that topic. So what? Because a small percentage of it suffers from it, does that mean we need to censor it for the entire user base? Why can't the small percentage be helped otherwise? It's not a small percentage of it, it's the huge chunk of men on the internet who have that addiction. Okay, well, first of all, corn addiction, yes, it's a real thing, it's awful, yes, but video games and corn addiction are two different topics. Having to censor anything that's slightly sexual because of a corn addiction that comes possibly from somewhere else is not a solution to anything. Seeing boobs doesn't make you a corn addict. Jerking does. Just don't jerk to every boob you see. That's not exactly it either. Like, there is some more psychological shit behind it too, right? So, no, and I'm gonna say full on, I'm not too well versed into the reasons and the correlations between them. So I would say we just move on from this topic now. My opinion is, as stated, sexualization of characters of a game can't save a shit game. But it can make a good game a better game.
And then they speak with their wallet, and a lot of them said, no, I'm not supporting some of this slop in the industry, and hopefully this keeps snowballing to the point where these studios are getting hit so hard financially, they have to listen and start curating their content and getting rid of undesirable traits in the game. Let the market speak for itself. Let gamers speak with their wallet. That is the most efficient way of doing this. And then the final point, the Hail Mary pass of all of this is, they'll say, some of the people who are having objections to this say, but this is different. This is moral objection to something that is dangerous. Fan service is dangerous because it will change you negatively as a person. What you're consuming in this game will make you a worse person in real life, which is literally the fiction affects reality argument woke people
just not really the case.
have been pushing.
Guns don't make you... No, sorry. Using guns in video games don't make you violent.
For a long time to ban things they find problematic. I mean, we've seen woke people get mocked for this, and we've even seen people who are hyper-Puritans like Jack Thompson get mocked for this. I'm sure the people who have an issue with this fan service, even they would agree that
Elden Ring does. You know what? That's fair.
Jack Thompson is a clown. He was the guy who led a moral crusade about 2 decades ago about violent video games, in particular Grand Theft Auto, where he convinced a bunch of soccer moms that playing games like that were going to turn their children into violent criminals.
Oh boy. Just like the UN and credit card companies trying to censor anime and manga for the dumbest reasons. Yeah, it is. It is a dumb reason for censorship. In the end, it is Puritans. It's like Riff said in the title, it's Puritans.
In real life. And how is that argument any different from what people are saying about fan service?
But it's not only Puritans, it's also the fucking woke people, the DEI pushing people that say this harms real women because it's not a realistic body standard, and like this catches the male gaze and bleep blue blue blah.
Service turning people into something else in real life. And I also will point out the overwhelming majority of the people saying this will affect you in real life and it's bad and should be banned are the same ones playing games like Grand Theft Auto where they're committing murders and other crimes and other things that would be immoral. But
even if it doesn't cause violence, it exposes people to stuff that no one should be exposed to. Like what? Like literally what? War games? Fictional games? Like guns? Having a story? People keep forgetting that fiction is not real and some people can't separate fiction with reality. Some people really need to be able to like separate those two more, that is true. And I think being exposed to a wider array of topics and things is actually good to be able to like form your own opinions on shit. GTA has lots of absolutely sickening stuff, too much swearing and vulgarity. GTA's age rating is 17 plus. I think adults can think by themselves what kind of stuff they want to get exposed to or not. If you don't want to get exposed to that stuff, don't play it. I think GTA may be a little bit over the top on like topics, but cruelty and crimes that happen in GTA happen in real life. Do you want to live a sheltered life in a bubble? Well, just because you can be exposed to something doesn't mean you should. Okay, let me hit you with an example. Your house is on fire. Okay? Your house is on fire. You're in your room, you close the door to the room. The fire's still there, but at least you're in your room without the fire right now. The room will still burn down. Your house will still burn down if nothing's done. The fire's still there. Just because you can't see it right now doesn't mean it's not there. I think it's important to not live in a sheltered, bubbled up life. Living in a bubble where you're never exposed to anything outside of your whole worldview is beyond stupid. I agree with that. Living in a sheltered, bubbled life doesn't lead to anything good. Bit hot today, don't you agree? Yeah. I gotta open the window. That is that. But I do agree, GTA is nothing for children. For example, GTA is not a game teenagers should be exposed to. Or young children, like a lot of parents let their children do anyway. But that's an entire different topic. That's a whole different conversation to be held. I know we should not be sheltering, but we should be trying to fight against the fire, not embrace it. I mean, by adding things in video games like this, it can make you think about that stuff, don't you think? Because if it wasn't in video games, you wouldn't even think about them. It's about how you approach a topic. That's my opinion on that. Played GTA as a kid, never stole, never was in a brawl, never did drugs. Because good parents, video games could make you only violent if your gears turned the other way around beforehand. Absolutely. 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 Absolutely.
On top
Let's
of that,
see if we can finish
this
the
idea
video.
of fiction affecting reality, if the content, the fictional content you're consuming affects your actual reality, you have a mental illness. That is just a fact. And the video game industry should not cater to that. We should not stifle creativity in the video game industry and censor and ban things like fan service because some unwell people might be affected by that. Again,
Yeah.
having a moral objection to something like fan service in video games is completely fine. It's completely valid to have some sort of a moral objection to it based on your personal beliefs, but don't allow that to make you a hypocrite when it comes to being an anti-censorship advocate. If you're against censorship of video games, you are a hypocrite if you're going after things that you personally don't like and you think it's okay now for those things to be banned. You are basically parroting the same type of logic shared by people who are woke. And I don't think that's okay, and I just don't think it's very productive. And I don't think it's worth all this infighting recently over this topic when I think there's a very reasonable solution to all of that. And it's just to not play what you find offensive in the video game industry and let the market decide whether or not that sort of stuff should be produced. But for now, that's going to do it for this video. All over the place today, but some pretty interesting topics that all kind of intertwine with one another. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Hey, it's true, though it didn't involve fan service in the Game Awards last night. The director of Baldur's Gate 3 had a really great speech about to not stifle creativity and not limit people's ideas of what they want to put in their games and treat them well, because it will end very badly and it will make game developing horrible and less fun to work on. Also, don't heavily insert your own beliefs in your games. Absolutely fucking agreed. Fucking, what's his name? Sven something, I believe, had an amazing speech about this when he was announcing the winner of the Game Awards, like the Game of the Year. Absolutely agreed. Was really good speech. 10 out of 10. He is a good game dev, man.